What's going on, ladies and gents? It is your boy Gamma back with the lovely
Juju.
Today we're going to be talking about Tabitha Brown, Wendy Williams. Some dramas going on.
Down.
Let's escape the
Matrix.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gents. Today we're talking about Wendy Williams and Tabitha Brown. Yeah, it looks like they have some beef. Online, mature, middle-aged beef, right?
I guess you could call it that.
Yeah,
Sum it up.
And you know, we're gonna get right into it, but before we do, if this is your first time, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment below and let us know what you think about the topic we're discussing. All right, so Juju, we're just gonna hop right into it, right?
Yeah.
Tabitha Brown, she's a working class actress in Hollywood.
Influencer, yeah.
Yeah, she's done a lot of things behind the scenes, and now she looks to have a really promising career.
Right.
And because of that, she was able to retire her husband.
Right.
Yeah, she told her husband, hey, you know what? You can leave your 9 to 5 and focus on your dreams since you helped facilitate my dreams.
Right.
Wendy has some issues with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to read Wendy Williams' comments or statements about Tabitha and her situation. And then we're going to play a video where Tabitha kind of responds to it. So let's first start off with what Wendy Williams had to say.
She told the audience, I was married to one of those. I make the money and so on and so forth. Go live your dreams, open a business, go, go, go. See how that turned out? I predict that this marriage is going to be on real rocky ground in a moment. Live your dream. They may invest in stuff and lose the money.
All right. So that is what Wendy Williams had to say. And she's the one that initiated all of this. You know, she had some choice words for Tabitha's marriage dynamic.
Yeah.
And obviously she's not too fond of how Tabitha's handling her business.
Her marriage.
And yeah it's her marriage. So
her
of
marriage.
course, right? Tabitha has some words to say. And we're actually going to play just the first few minutes of the video. The video is almost like 13 minutes long.
Yeah.
But we just want to play the part that really drives home her rebuttal. So here it goes.
Hello there. Y'all all right? Very good, honey. I was up doing a little work here. That's why I got my pajamas on in my office. And then my phone started going off, like praising people. It's like, girl, you're Wendy Williams. First of all, Wendy Williams, honey, God bless you. God bless you. Okay. And so people sent me a little clip. And I said, oh, my God, the pain this woman must be in. Wendy, the pain you must be in to feel this way. And I'm so sorry. But listen, let me tell you this. 23 years I've been with my husband. Yes. Broke for a very long time together. Struggled for a very long time together. Succeeded for the last couple of years together, right? My husband took a job in agreement with me. He took a job 15 years ago to help support my dream. And I know you may not know what that looks like in a genuine place, right? But this was an agreement that my husband and I had. And I told him 15 years ago, oh, babe, in 5 years, I'll be able to take you out of there so then you can pursue one of your dreams that you love. Right now, I was his dog in the fight, okay? And he believed in me. And we did it together for the last 15 years. I did every year with him at LAPD, and he did every year with me with rejection and no's in this entertainment industry, right? However, God has blessed me. He has allowed me to manifest. I've been praying on this for a very long time, and it has now come to pass. That is the power of God. It's also the power of allowing God to be first in your marriage, okay? And that is how it remains successful. We keep him first. He is first in our marriage. Not money, not business, not success, but God. He's first, okay? So this is my prayer for you. I pray that love finds you, true love. I pray it finds you and it holds you tight. I pray that someone will love you enough to see you when you are not well, to see you when you need true support, to see you when you need compassion, to see you when you need kindness. I pray that somebody loves you enough to sacrifice their life for you.
All right. So there you have it, ladies and gents. That was Tabitha's response to what Wendy had to say about her marriage. Now, Juju, would you say that Tabitha was being sensitive? She was being defensive, and she should have took Wendy's words as terms of endearment, love, encouragement. What do you think?
I don't think there was nothing loving or encouraging about Wendy Williams' words.
All right.
To begin with.
Okay.
But with Tabitha, I just feel like it was a very authentic knee-jerk reaction to what she heard of her marriage, of her man, of her. Right. And I don't think it was like her being overly sensitive or, defensive or bothered. It was just her wanting to speak up for her marriage.
Right. Now, let's touch on exactly what she said. Let's focus on that. One of the things she did do, she kind of briefly described her marital dynamic. Yes. Which, of course, she didn't have to.
No.
That's between her and her husband.
Right.
But what she went out her way to do to explain was that in the first few years, not few, I think she said like 15 years or so.
Yeah,
right?
15 years.
They've been married for like at least 20 years, she says. So at least 15 of those years, she said they were broke. And for the most part, her husband held down the fort.
Right.
And she sounds like, a working class actress, someone that, like, when many people in Hollywood that are trying to get on, lots of auditions, lots of small gigs that barely pay anything.
A lot of rejection.
Lots of rejection. She's trying to, build up her resume. And her husband, again, had the 9 to 5. He was the one that was stable.
He actually was an LAPD officer.
Right?
Yeah.
So he's bringing home the bacon, taking care of business, and he's primarily doing this because he wants to help facilitate her dreams.
Yeah.
She finally gets a really good gig, right?
Yeah.
Now she's making money enough so that she can actually retire her husband.
Exactly.
What's wrong with that, Juju? What's wrong with that picture? As a woman, do you think that she should not have done that? What? I don't know. Are we missing something? Let me know. Why Wendy is up in arms about what's happening in her marriage.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it at all. I mean, you're in a marriage. Two people become one, right? So you have each other's back. You're supposed to support, love each other, and I just look at it as she was doing what she had to do for her marriage at that time. And, as far as Wendy goes, I just feel like her response or her opinion was just more of like a, what do you call it?
Projection, right?
A projection.
Yeah,
exactly. Projection.
She obviously, winded up in a bad marriage.
Yeah.
That led to divorce.
Cheating.
A lot of scandals and things were not good in her marriage, right? So rather than giving any kind of loving counsel or something that's specific, she's just basically putting out what she went through to others.
Yeah.
And you know what? And let's be fair. We all know people like that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
People that discourage you from doing anything because of the downfall they experience.
Yeah.
They're like, don't get married. It's not what it's meant to be. Come on. We all know someone like that. Leave a comment below if you met someone like that. And it doesn't matter if it's marriage or work or travel. They had a really bad or a poor experience, right? And they swear that no one else is going to enjoy that thing they don't. Yeah. So, that happens quite often. And the other thing, too, with Tabitha, she spoke about God.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody believes in God.
Right.
And even those that do, not everyone has that type of, what's the word, man?
Respect
holy matrimony.
Yeah.
They don't hold their marriage up.
Exactly. Hold
in
those
that
standards.
sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when Tabitha spoke about God, initially, some might take it as condescending or she's trying to be slick. No. If that's how she truly feels, that her marriage is between her, God, and her husband, which, by the way, it should be if you do believe in God.
Right. Threefold cord. Yeah.
Yeah, Wendy really has no input on that. It's not like they were doing anything illegal or immoral.
Right. No.
Those are the double odds, man. If it's not illegal or immoral and you are able to work something out, like a situation where you and your spouse make things happen and you both agree to it, I don't see anything wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I was talking to you, Juju, the other day. I was like, it's kind of weird because in this society, right, people have these weird standards when it comes to not just marriage, but women and a whole bunch of other things. Like, some women are really great mothers and they have no interest in a career when it comes to business. Yeah. And that's frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
it's like,
true.
you know, how dare you want to stay home with your children and raise them and do the most natural thing you can do if you're in that situation. Why don't you put on a business suit and go into like corporate America for like 10, 12 hours a day? Like, you know, we look down on things that are just, it's kind of backward. I don't know, man. Like, what do you think, Juju?
No, it's like they view that as like you're doing nothing.
Right.
Like, what do you do? Oh, you stay at home with your kids? Okay, you don't do anything.
And I'm talking even like stay-at-home moms that homeschool their kids. Yeah. They don't even get credit.
No.
They are literally teaching their children. They're cooking, they're cleaning, they're watching over their kids, they're holding down the fort, taking care of bills, etc. People still look at that as like, you're not doing anything.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It goes both ways because now when the woman is doing a lot, and they feel her husband isn't matching that, again, it's like, oh wow, what kind of woman are you allowing your? It's like you don't win.
You don't win. It's a lose-lose thing.
It's crazy, man. I mean, come on, guys. You got to really let us know what you think on this one because we're with Tabitha. We're just going to make it very clear. Yeah. We're rocking with Tabitha. One, because Wendy initiated it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Tabitha was kind of minding
her business. Yeah.
Wendy put it out there and gave her like a so-called warning, you know, your marriage is going to be on rocky ground. Like that is
such bad like vibes. Right. Like for a person to give out regarding a marriage, something that's supposed to be so sacred. Yeah. Like what? Like to me, it's just like you mentioned, projection. It's just personal projection.
It wasn't really like a warning. It was like telling someone something bad is going to happen.
Yeah, like
because it happened to me.
This looks familiar, you know.
That's all. You know
this is what's going to happen. Yeah. And keep in mind too, you know, I don't know what Wendy's husband when they were together, what he was doing. Yeah. You know, based on her response or her words to Tabitha, it was more of like, go do what you want to do or pursue. You know, I'm here. And then, okay, the woman is making the money and like, oh, I want to invest in this. So I don't know what he tried to invest in.
It was like very specific what Wendy was saying.
It was so detailed.
She might as well just started crying and venting about what happened to her.
Real talk.
It really wasn't anything specific to Tabitha.
Real talk. But, you know, like when it comes to Tabitha, keep in mind, he's a working man. He's a police officer. Right. This is a man who, I mean, those types of positions are so grueling. You know, you're talking about like overtime. You're putting your life out there on the line every single day.
LAPD, by the way.
LAPD.
Like maybe top 3, top 2 most stressful departments in the country. Yeah. Police departments, I should say. NYPD, LAPD.
Right.
Nightmarish. Yeah.
And, you know, so considering that regarding Tabitha, she retired her husband. She was able to retire her husband for him to pursue a strong passion of his, which is to teach the youth, to mentor the youth. Nonprofit organization that he started even while working as an LAPD officer.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
it's crazy. Like, how could you criticize that?
How could you? and why would you act as though your situation or another person's situation is exactly like yours? Right.
You know, it's just not cool at all. It's not, man. Thumbs down for Wendy on this one. I know she's like the drama queen. You know, queen of controversy. So you really can't expect much positivity when it comes from her. You know, no offense to her and her followers, but let's just keep it real. Yeah. So we kind of expected her to go that route. Yeah. But in this case, it's not really holding any water.
It doesn't look good on Wendy's part. It just it's like a bitter woman. Like, I mean, I don't like using that term, but it's like a woman
Comes
who's
across like
scorned,
that.
like who's
Yeah.
just, you know,
Very jaded, you know what I mean?
Jaded,
Like a
yeah,
very pessimistic
yeah.
outlook now. And
Yeah.
again, that's why I was saying we all know someone like that. Like no matter what it is
Absolutely.
you're doing, even if you're very successful, they're gonna always see the negative and warn you about it.
Always.
As if you didn't see that already. As if you didn't
Yeah.
consider that factor. They just want to highlight the negative. This can happen. Watch out. This can happen. And so, you know, Tabitha, lastly, we gotta acknowledge
The way she handled it.
she had the most eloquent clap back ever.
It was so elegant. It really was.
It was just so lovely how she handled
Yeah.
it. And at first, I didn't know if she, you know, always spoke like that because I'm not too familiar with her.
Yeah.
So I looked at some of her other videos and I was like, okay, this is how she is. You know, it's not like she was passive aggressive or and any micro aggressions or anything like that. She really was just like, yo, look. I pray for you. You know, may God find someone for you that will help you understand what I have. Like it was
So-
ridiculous, man. She handled it quite well, seriously, because a lot
Very
of other
well.
people would have been screaming and
Hey,
cussing.
who does she think?
Yeah, who you think you are? Look at your marriage. And, you know,
Exactly.
she didn't do that, man. So I
Exactly.
got to give props to her as far as how she handled it as well.
I give her an A triple plus. Like,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was very, very classy.
So let us know how you would have handled that.
Yes.
You know, do you think Wendy was correct? I mean, we don't know. Maybe some of you guys do believe she has a point. Or do you find it just distasteful, hateful, jealous, whatever? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video,
Hit the notification bell.
so you don't miss any other videos like this. Until next time, let's escape the Matrix.